Hey guys, today is May 25th, and I wanted to do a little review of a lot of the deaths that we've seen in the month of May, but I also wanted to do more of an educational video for people that are new here or for skeptics of the work. So if you don't know what Gematria or Gematria is, we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to show you how it pertains to the bullshit media headlines that we get and the sacrifices of the players in the headlines. So for those that are new here, guys, what is Gematria? It is the equivalent of taking every letter of the alphabet and turning it into a number. So let's read it here. Gematria, in which each letter of the word stands for a number that when added to the others yields a meaningful sum total, was used not only by rabbis but also by early Christians. Okay, so if you take our English language and we just break it down, A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, you're going to get this cipher right here, which is just a normal A equals 1, B equals 2. This is reversing it. So Z would be 1 and A would be 26. Now you're also going to have two ciphers, which is going to be the reductions. Same thing forward and backwards, except when you get to J. J is the 10th letter. So 1 plus 0 is 1. K is the 11th letter. 1 plus 1 is 2. Same thing in reverse, right? Easy peasy, guys. Now, if you are a skeptic, or if you don't understand this, go look up the song by Slipknot. They came out with a song called Gematria. And when you read the words to it, it's very interesting. Not only that, there is a song by the Police. And it is called Murder by Numbers. I will read you some of these lyrics. So the chorus goes, because it's murder by numbers, 1, 2, 3. It's as easy to learn as your ABCs. Now watch. Now you can join the ranks of the illustrious in history's great dark hall of fame. All our greatest killers were industrious, at least the ones you know by name. But you can reach the top of your profession, become the leader of the land. For murder is the sport of the elected, and you don't need to lift a finger on your hand because it's murder by numbers, 1, 2, 3. It's easy to learn as your ABCs. If you still don't believe me, there's a movie, Sandra Bullock played in it, called Murder by Numbers. And the reason I have this pulled up right here, this is just the bottom of the poster right here. If you look at the way they wrote this out on the movie poster, they throwed the words in between the 7 and the 9. And the only ones that they changed from letters to numbers was they turned the B into an 8, and then they did the E as a backwards 3. And then they placed these words between the 7 and the 9. So using those same ciphers that I just taught you about, murder equals 79, 83, 38. So the only two numbers they changed is the 3 and the 8. And they put it between the 7 and the 9. Marilyn Manson actually came out with a song that was called Say 10. In the lyrics it says, you say God, I say 10. Not Satan, I say 10. Well, when you write out the word Satan, you get 10. When you write out the God, you get 10. You say God, I say 10. Do you get the joke? So you've got songs that are wrote about it. You've got a movie that's wrote about it. So let's talk about Sandra Bullock for a second. Why was she the character to play in that movie? Well, if you write out murder by numbers, you get 207, and this bitch was born on the 207th day of the year. Not only that, she was in her 38th year of life, and her name equals 83. So you can see why she was the chosen one for that movie. So now that you've got a little grasp on it, which I know that's just for the newbies, let's start talking about these headlines that we've got for the month of May. So this guy right here just died in a helicopter crash. And Muhammad had to take over for him because his helicopter crash went down, much like Kobe Bryant. We're going to talk about Kobe in a little bit too. This one may get a little long-winded, guys. I've got a bunch of slides, so hang tight with me. So we just got this headline of this helicopter crash. And we know that's a murder number. Now, let's take a look at what happened. So the guy that takes over is Muhammad. He's 68 years old right now. This helicopter crash comes 38 days from his birthday on the 140th day of the year. So if you write out his name with A equals 1, B equals 2, you get 140. That's the day he took over, 140th day of the year, age 68, and 38 days from his birthday. So we can see why their president went down in a helicopter crash 38 days from his successor's birthday. So we recently got this headline of the Jefferson Starship drummer. Drummers die a lot by this code because when you write out the word drummer, you get 38. But when you write out his name, you get 38. And he also died 38 days from his 79th birthday. Or he's 79 right now. So he died 38 days after he turned 79 years old. Murder equals 79 and 38. So he's dead 38 days from his 79th birthday. We also got a big headline on the kill date, which we're not going to talk about the kill date in this video, but if you're not new here, you know what I'm talking about. So May 15th, we get this headline that we've got a UConn player that's dead. And UConn just won the national championship. So they announced him dead on May 15th, 38 days after that championship. Okay. Moving on. Let's talk about the Warriors assistant coach. He's dead at 46. And if you write out the word sacrifice, it equals 46. And I didn't put that screenshot in there. But here's what he's known for. The Golden State Warriors. So he died on January 17th. 90 days from his birthday. So he's born April 15th. Died January 17th. So January 17th, the day he died, 90 days from his birthday. Let's talk about this guy. We got Sean. He sold his soul to the San Diego Padres. He died 241 days from his birthday. And if you write out San Diego Padres, you're getting 241. The guy also died 38 days from his debut. So right here, he debuted on April 2nd for the San Diego Padres. And he died 38 days from that debut anniversary. And then 241 days from his birthday when that's who he sold his soul to. This chick right here, she died on April 3rd. They waited 38 days to put her in the headline on May 10th. There's a whole decode on my page about her, but we're just really talking about murder numbers today because I really want to show these patterns to people that don't understand this language or skeptics that think that it's not true. So why did they wait 38 days to put her in the headline? Because we know murder equals 38. Same reason this guy is dead from his debut. 83 days. And he's dead at age 33. 83 days from his debut on August 8th. From his anniversary. And look what they called him. You can see what they called him. Right there. 38 days. So he's got that murder code going on. Now, for these next few slides, we're going to talk about some blood and human sacrifice numbers on top of the murder numbers. So we went over some of the murder numbers. This is what it is when you write out human sacrifice and blood sacrifice. They both share that 6786. Think about 86. What happens if you've ever worked in a restaurant, you know what happens with 86. You're out of something. You've got rid of it. You're 86th, right? Well, watch how often this 86 comes up in the headlines. And then it'll kind of coincide with these other numbers when you see this. So we got this headline of Jimmy Johnson. He's dead at 86. They wait till May 9th to headline him on the 130th day of the year. But he died the day before on the 8th. He's dead at age 86. They wait till the 130th day to headline him, even though he died 38 days from his birthday. See? He's dead 38 days from his birthday at age 86, and they wait till the 130th day to headline him. So we also got the headline of this guy, Kerry Williams. He's also been killed. He's dead at 46. There's that screenshot I was telling you about, 46. He's dead 86 days from his birthday. Then we get this headline, Jim Simmons. He invented Renaissance technology. He died on the 10th of May at age 86. Next, we got Aaron Thomas. Dies at age 86. He dies 172 days from his birthday. When you write out his name, it's 172. Dead 172 days from his birthday, but he also died 121 days from that draft at age 86. Next up, Florida State quarterbacker. Dead at 46. Remember, we just talked about the sacrifice in the 46. Well, guess what? If you write out his name, you're getting 67. He's dead 67 days from his birthday on the 121st day of the year. So he died April 30th, 121st day of the year. 67 days from his birthday. When you write out his name, it's 67. So we're going right back to that same sacrifice pattern that we're seeing over and over and over. See? Every single one of them. And these patterns are consistent all the time. How many coincidences before it's mathematically impossible? O.J. Simpson. Just by taking a look at this. And say we're in kindergarten. And we put this up on the screen and we ask the kids, what day did O.J. Simpson die based off the screenshot that you're seeing? Well, it would either have to be November 4th or April 11th. If you write the date backwards. America's the only one that writes it 4/11. The rest of the world writes it 11/4. So OJ's dead at 76, and that's a whole nother situation we'll talk about later with 76 and Black History. But OJ's dead on April 11th. You got this girl dead at age 47, American Idol. She thought she got it big. They killed her off at 47. No different from this boxing champ. He's dead at age 57. But he was called Rose of Soweto. I hope I'm saying that right. See, Rose of Soweto. So he dies 149 days from his 58th birthday. When you write out Rose of Soweto, you get 58 and 149. So he's dead 149 days from his 58th birthday. This guy announces the death of his kid. His son. Yes, they sacrifice off their kids for fortune and fame. When they tell you that you're going to give up your firstborn, they're not lying. Everybody wants to think it's a joke. It's not. This little boy died 237 days from his famous daddy's birthday. And look what happens when you write out famous daddy's name. 237. Got a NASCAR guy. He was the president of the Texas Motor Speedway. When you write out his name, you get 152. He died 152 days from his birthday. Tony McFarr, dead at 47. He was the stuntman for Chris Pratt. And they announced him dead on the 16th of May, the 137th day of the year. When you write out Tony McFarr, you're going to get 137. This guy dies. He was the NBA guard for the Lakers. Darius Morris. He's dead at 33. He's dead 120 days from his birthday. When you write out his name, you get 120. If you count the span of days, which just means you're going to include the end date, you get 121 days from his birthday. So he was blood sacrificed off at the age of 33, 121 days from after his birthday, the span. So it's 120 days from his birthday, or a span of 121. Same pattern for this guy. He died 33 years after The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air came out. And he was the producer of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Well, what happens when you write out The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? You get 120. Dude's dead 120 days from the release anniversary. And if you count that span, you're getting 121. 33 years after the show came out. Much like this guy died at age 33. 121 days from his own birthday. And this guy's dead 120 or 121 days from the release of the film. 33 years later. Patterns over and over in your headlines. What day did Stormy Daniels take the stand for the hush money trial? She took the stand on May 7th. And you could trace this all through history, guys. Biggie Smalls. If you write his name out, you're going to get 39. A equals 1, B equals 2, and then when you reduce it. And he died on March 9th. Tupac Shakur. He died on the 13th of September, 139. When do we celebrate Independence Day? That's a holiday that's getting ready to come up off this Catholic calendar that we live off of. And we're going to talk about that in a minute too. So, Abe Lincoln was known for saying the 77 years ago, right? And now we celebrate our Independence Day on July 4th. It makes it, can you see the patterns that are, being presented? So let's talk about Biden. Biden got the most votes ever, is what they're telling us. Even though you probably don't know 10 people that voted for Biden. He somehow got the most votes ever. Even more than Obama. And they tell you he got 81 million votes to beat President Trump. So if you write out President Biden, you get 81. You write out President Trump, you get 81. Now, a lot of people don't understand or couldn't understand why they waited so long this year to do the State of Union address. Because they normally do it around January or February. This time they done it in March. This is the reason why. So, if you write out his full name, you're going to get 243 and 108. Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. He's presenting this to Congress on March 7th. Joe Biden, 37, March 7th, the day he's given this address. But it just so happens to be 108 days from this dude's birthday and 243 days before the next election. They mocked you one day with putting this on the screen. 64 Biden actions to weaken the border. When you write out Joe Biden, you get 64. So I guess that's why they had 64 actions to take. They couldn't find one more to make it 65. Or one less for 63. It had to be 64 actions that Joe Biden was going to take to secure the border. Or to weaken the border. Same thing. Remember when they found cocaine in the White House on July 4th? And it just so happened to be 139 days from Biden's birthday. So on America's birthday, we got cocaine in the White House. 139 days from Biden's birthday. When cocaine equals 139, America equals 139. Why did Donald Trump sell a $60 Bible? Because Donald Trump equals 60. Why did Trump lead Haley in Iowa with 48% in the poll? When you write out Donald Trump, you get 48. When you write out Iowa, you get 48. So that tells you why he was 48% over Haley. So let's talk about the number 47 and its invert 74. And why we have 52 weeks in a calendar that was given to us by the Pope. And who controls us. So if you write out government, authority, White House, Democrat, Republican. That's your authority figures, right? That's our government. Look at the overlay. 52 weeks in a calendar year. And when do we celebrate our independence? July 4th. Right? Do y'all remember the story about the Highland Park Pew Pew Parade? And the guy pew-pewed up the parade that year on July 4th? And then CBS came out with this article. What was significant of Highland Park Parade pew-pew suspects' affinity to the number 47 and the inverse 74? And he just so happened to do it on Independence Day. And they told us he had a 47 tattooed on his face. And then he'd also spray painted it on his car. This is straight mockery, guys. Straight mockery in your headlines every single day. There is a reason that he had 47 supposedly tattooed on his face and wrote on his car. And that happens to be the same date that he decides to go and pew-pew up Highland Park for this article to come out. Just like Samuel Alito the other day. So on May 16th, they release a big controversy that he flew a flag upside down 3 years ago. Now, this just came out a few days ago on the 137th day of the year. So, if you write out government, authority, White House, Washington, D.C., Church of Satan, Democrat, mind control, royal family, you're getting 137 all the way through there. And they did this on the 137th day of the year. I actually put out a post and said, on May 15th, I put out a post and I said, tomorrow's the 137th day. We're going to get some government headlines. And this is what came up. But now this dude waits till the next day to speak out about it. So he doesn't speak out about it until the 17th. The reason that he didn't speak out the day it came out and waited the next day is because that was 47 days from his birthday. Look at the overlay of judge and gavel. 47, 20, 88, 25. And the judge waits 47 days to come out about him flying the flag upside down. And the funny thing is, if you write out flag, it equals 17. And they said he did it on the 17th of January 3 years ago. Now everybody's pissed off about it. So I told you he was going to talk about Kobe. So let's go back to Kobe for a minute. They killed Kobe at age 41. Kobe Bean Bryant got his all-time record high of 81 points in his 666th game. We all know about the number 666. You know about the Bible, 666, mark of the beast. So he got to score 81 points in that game. His 666th game. And then they killed him off at age 41 after dropping 81 points. Then they turned around and mocked everybody by putting up a statue for him because him and his daughter died in the helicopter crash. By looking at these jersey numbers, that's the day that they put the statue up. Rituals. These are rituals, guys. Look, they did the statue on 2/8/24. Okay, so now we're going to talk about just some other examples. They may not have hit in May, but I just want to show you how often this really happens. Because a lot of people are going to be like, Gematria is fake. It's fake Gematria. It's not true. It only pertains to Hebrew. That is bullshit. That is bullshit. So, the ex-Pistons guy, he dies at age 66. Patrick Mahomes' dad gets arrested 226 days from his birthday. Hinton Battle. I don't know why that's blurry. He's dead at 67, y'all. I don't know why that slide's blurry. I'm sorry. So they killed him off at age 67. You can see why. When you write out his name, it equals 67. The headlines wait 43 years to tell you to do a headline about John Lennon. Beatles legend John Lennon assassinated 43 years ago. Assassination, 43. Taylor Swift becomes a billionaire on the day leaving 66 days left in the year. She became a billionaire from the Eras Tour. 66, Taylor Swift 66, that's what made her a billionaire. And she happened to do it on the day leaving 66 days left in the year. She also won big at the 66 Grammy. She decided to, the day of the Grammy, she decided to announce this new album coming out, which was 129 days from her birthday. So we can see why she became a billionaire on the day leaving 66 days left in the year, and why her new album was coming out 129 days from her birthday. She then went on to confirm it, that she's going to do or not yet, she confirms that she's going to do a 1989 Taylor's version. Well, guess what? That announcement came out 239 days from her birthday. There's a reason that she was a big part of this last Super Bowl. And I have videos up about that. I'm not going to go into it today. I'm more or less just showing you guys these patterns. So, this community warned everybody last year that we were going to see big headlines on October 7th. To be prepared. Because Skull and Bones was turning 322 years old that weekend on the 9th. And we know that 107 is a big military number. So, Benjamin Netanyahu and the Mark of the Beast has a complete overlay in all four ciphers. He just happened to take office on December 29th of 2022. 282 days from that war beginning. So the war in Israel started 282 days after this dude takes office. Remember when they killed Pee Wee Herman? He was known for Pee Wee's Playhouse. His real name is Paul Rubenfeld. You write out Paul Rubenfeld, you get 70. Pee Wee's Playhouse is 70. They killed him at age 70. They killed this guy here at age 55. 63 days from his birthday. When you write out his name at 63, he's dead 63 days from his birthday. The guy from My 600 Pound Life dies at 48. When you write out My 600 Pound Life, you get 48. This guy got famous for Flying Wild Alaska. You write out Flying Wild Alaska, you get 166, and he died on the 16th of June. J.P. Morgan reached a settlement over Jeffrey Epstein on the 163rd day of the year. When you write out Jeffrey Epstein, you get 163. Y'all remember when they declared the panty? I can't say that word because I'll get banned off of YouTube and get my video struck. So, they declared it on March 11th. Look, when you write out this word right here, it's the day that the government declared the pandemic. Same thing happens when you look back in time at the exercise that they done for 9/11. Exercise they done for 9/11, they done it back in June before September in the same year. So in June of 2001, the government was practicing this. They did a practice test, and they used a fake terrorist named Osama bin Laden in this exercise. Well, then 102 days later is 9/11. The operation, or the exercise that they called it, was Operation Amalgam Virgo. And look, that's the day the towers come down. And they just so happened to feature Osama bin Laden as the fake terrorist in the exercise. And then he just so happens to be the one to knock down the towers on this day. It's all bullshit. So, 2023, this was your headline. Martha Stewart made the swimsuit cover on May 15th. You can see why she headlined on May 15th as the swimsuit cover. Crash Bandicoot. Used to love that game. Played it all the times with my kids when they were growing up. They killed off him at 60. You can see why right there. The guy who was known for the NFL touchdown spike. If you write out NFL touchdown spike, you get 82, and he died at 82. David Borman. So he was a former CNN executive, and he died at 69. So when you write out his name, you're going to get 69 and 57 in the reductions. So he's dead at 69 and 57 days from his birthday. So how many coincidences before it's mathematically impossible? How about Bray Wyatt dying at age 36, and you write out his name and it's 36? Jack Sonny dies at 68. The guitarist for Dire Straits. And he write out his real name, John Thomas Sonny, gets 68, dead at 68. Steve Harwell, Smash Mouth founding singer, dead at 56. You write out his name, you get 56. What about Parkland? Y'all remember we already talked about the July 4th Highland Park pew pew. Let's talk about Parkland. So they came out in the headlines and said ballistics experts will fire up to 139 shots inside the building as technicians outside record the sound of the gunfire. Why would they shoot up to 139 shots? Why not 140? They're just going to shoot up to 139 and stop. What is the big push right now, guys? These are not coincidences, guys. No different from Wayne Brady coming out as pansexual last year on August 8th. When you write out his name, it's 88. And guess what? They raided Trump on 8/8. Do you see the mockery yet? August 8th is the 220th day of the year. When you write out Donald John Trump, you get 220. When you write out Trump, you get 88. So on 8/8, they raided him. Not only that, they mock you some more. Look at what you got to do. To re-elect Trump, you got to text 88022. I mean, guys, come on. You got to admit this. This is not coincidence. So you got to text 88022 to re-elect Trump. They also came out with this bullshit headline back in 2023 on the day leaving 67 days left in the year. And look at how they do it. North Carolina man hit and killed by car while biking 67 miles for his 67th birthday. On the day leaving 67 days left in the year. When we already talked about human sacrifice and blood sacrifice both equal 67. So he went 67 miles on his 67th birthday on the day leaving 67 days left in the year. It's all bullshit and mockery. So this girl last year came into the headlines on October 26th, which is the 299th day of the year. When you write out her name, it's 299. And Look, she was facing backlash over pew pew control. Shane McGowan, dead at 65. Writing out his name, you're getting 65. The ER grandmother, she died at 93. And when you write out her name, Frances Sternhagen, you get 93. George Santos gets expelled from the house 132 days from his birthday. When you write out his full name, you get 132. He gets kicked out of the house 132 days from his birthday. This girl from Life Goes On, she dies at age 53. What'd she get famous for? Life Goes On equals 53. Shirley Ann Field, she died 166 days from her birthday. When you write out her name, you get 166. These are patterns. Just all the time. Pattern after pattern after pattern. So, the guy who led the Nicola Bully case dies at age 50. When you write out Nicola Bully, you get 50. He also, and then his body was found on February 19th, which was the 50th day of the year. And this is your headline. Elon Musk, January 29th, talking about his brain implant, transhuman. Look at that. 129, that's the day Elon Musk comes out and talks about it. And guys, you don't have to believe me that this is true, but this was a Jeopardy episode. This was one of the categories. They've done it twice now. Decipher our top secret code, part 2. And look, this was the answers, or this was the, you had to do it, right? So a precious commodity, 7, 15, 12, and 4. Gold, 7, 15, 12, and 4. This is exactly what I'm teaching you right now. So it literally came on a Jeopardy show. And you can even see it in just your basic baseball. Let's talk about baseball. So you got this field that looks like the Masonic compass. 9 innings. Look, so we're running out MLB and baseball. So we have 9 innings, 18 players, 18 bats, 27 outs per game, or per team, 54 per game. And how many games are in an MLB season? 162. Guys, this is not coincidences. These are patterns of sacrifice and mockery. This happens every single day in your headlines. We have been documenting it for years. I've been myself been doing it for 3.5 years. Other people in this community, like Zach, has been doing it over 10 years. And then you have trolls in this community that say that this stuff is fake and that we're lying and we're not telling the truth about it. So after this video, leave me a comment. Is it mathematically impossible, or is this shit happening? But guys, like and subscribe. I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your afternoon. Y'all take care of yourself, okay?